go to see a show, but Miss Kate said no. I'll tell you what you can do. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Katie Casey saw all the games, knew the players by their first names, told the umpire he was wrong all along, good and strong. When the score was just 2-2, Katie Casey knew what to do. Just to cheer up the boys she knew, she made the gang sing this song. Take me out to the ball game, take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Greetings, folks, and welcome to live coverage of Orioles baseball, where tonight the Baltimore Orioles will be taking on the Kansas City Royals in the second game of a 3-game series at Oriole Park at Camden Yards. How you doing, everybody? It's your old pal, the BirdWatcher here. People call me BW for short. That works for me. Folks, the Baltimore Orioles are on a little bit of a roll here, at least compared to how we've done so far this season. The Orioles have won 3 out of their last 4 games after winning the first game of this series against the Royals last night. Dean Kramer pitching an absolute gem, one of his finest starts in his Orioles career. We shut the Royals out. Kramer with 7 shutout innings. Ynier Cano and Felix Bautista combining to close it out. And a 2-run homer by Ryan O'Hearn, the big hit. It took a while for the offense to get going. It was a scoreless ball game until, the 7th inning? And then we finally got those runs for Dino. Got him the win. And, his 3rd win of the season. We're looking to take the series tonight if we can win this. And that would set us up for a possible sweep tomorrow. If we can't win the night, we at least have a shot at still winning that series tomorrow. Tonight's pitching matchup probably has to be considered our best starter in our current rotation, as is Tomoyuki Sugano. He's also coming off a very nice start, and he will take the mound tonight. His record is 3-1 with an ERA of a flat 3.00. For the Royals, they'll be going with a southpaw by the name of Chris Bubic. He has a record of 2-2 and a minuscule ERA of 2.25. Again, this Royals starting rotation has one of the better ERAs in baseball, top 3 as of yesterday. But their offense is their Achilles heel. They have one of the weaker offenses in the league. In fact, the Orioles have been struggling with the batting average, hitting just .223 as a team. Royals hitting just .234. Kansas City is 28th in the league in runs scored, and they are dead last in home runs. We are tied on on-base percentage, but we have the advantage in slugging percentage, mainly because of the home runs. We've hit 15 more of them. It is the pitching that is the big difference. Their team ERA is 3.17, and for us, I know it sounds bad, but it's better than it was a week ago, 5.47. So we're giving up about 2 1/3 runs more on average per game. Hopefully, Sugano, with his ERA of 3, will bring that team ERA down even further tonight. So that's our pitching matchup. We've got some injury news to address. It's getting kind of annoying at this point, but Ramon Arias, who was scratched from the lineup, he was on the lineup card originally last night about 2 hours before first pitch, and then with about half an hour before game time, he was scratched with hamstring tightness, and he has now been placed on the 10-day DL, retroactive to May 1st. Because the Orioles did not play on the 1st of May, they can what do you call it? Retroactively, yeah. I mean, that's the word. They can basically start the injury, a day earlier, and that way he can be available to come back a little bit sooner. Brandon Hyde was quoted as saying that he doesn't think Arias will be out long, a couple of days of rest, and then starting a running progression to make sure that hamstring is going to be okay. We have made a roster move. Somebody has to come up to replace Arias, and folks, the big boy is back. Kobe Mayo is on the team. I still have his button here somewhere.
Just get it all on there. Just spread it out.
That's right. Just get it all on there. Kobe Mayo has joined the big club.
Just get it all on there. Just spread it out.
Up from AAA Norfolk, where he had been hitting pretty well lately. So hopefully he can carry that good form he's been showing up to the big club. He's not in the lineup tonight. But hopefully we will get a chance to see him, if not in a pinch hitting role tonight, then certainly in tomorrow's game, I would think. They're not going to bring Mayo up just to sit him. We have him and we have Emmanuel Rivera. I guess they're going to kind of, split time. So here is the lineups. Here are the lineups. Maybe I can learn English. By the way, what is the weather like in Baltimore right now? I know that there was a rain out on the East Coast already. I know Boston's in a rain delay. I think Philly was perhaps getting a threat of weather. So if there's any sort of rain right now in the Baltimore area, if you're there, let me know. Okay, for the visiting... where is it? Here we go. The Kansas City Royals. Their lineup looks like this. Leading off and playing left field is Jonathan India. Bobby Witt Jr. will bat second and play shortstop. Vinny Pasquantino will hit third and be at first base. Michael Garcia is the cleanup hitter at third base. At second base is Michael Massey. He will bat fifth. Hunter Renfroe, who was not in the lineup last night, will be in right field hitting sixth. Cavan Biggio, also absent last night, is the DH tonight, and he's hitting in the seventh spot. Freddie Fermin will do the catching, as Sally Perez is currently day-to-day, which is good news for us to not have Perez's bat in this Royals lineup. Fermin batting eighth, doing the catching. Kyle Isbell, like he did last night, will bat ninth and play center field. For the Orioles, leading off and playing center field, Cedric Mullins. Adley Rutschman will bat second tonight and do the catching. Gunnar Henderson against the lefty will move down a spot to the third spot in the order, hitting and playing shortstop. Ryan Mountcastle is the DH at first base. Is the DH at first base. Is the cleanup hitter at first base. Ryan O'Hearn is the DH. He will bat fifth. Ramon Laureano will bat sixth and play in left field. Heston Kjerstad in right field hitting seventh. Emmanuel Rivera gets his second straight start at third base hitting eighth. And Jorge Mateo makes his way back into the lineup batting ninth. Now, here's my one issue with this lineup, okay? And I think most of Birdland is on board with me when they say, like, Jackson Holliday has got to start playing every day and not sitting against every lefty. Now, I do understand part of the reasoning that Holiday is not in the lineup and Mateo is. Because if you were to replace Mateo with Holiday, you would then have 5 left-handed batters in this lineup against a lefty starter. Now, sometimes I might sound like a hypocrite because on one hand, I'm like, you can't always just look at lefty-righty matchups and, set it and forget it. But on the other hand, in general, when you're facing a pitcher, you want to build a lineup that at least half, 5 out of the 9 guys are hitting from the opposite side. If more than half of your lineup is lefty on lefty, it's not good. But there was a way to work around this, I feel. Heston Kjerstad, I think he can afford to maybe sit this one out, put Dylan Carlson in there, a switch hitting bat. It is a downgrade a bit offensively, but you do get the upgrade in the defense. You hit him 9th, and then that way you get that lefty bat of Kjerstad out. You put the lefty bat of Holiday in, and you sit Mateo. So basically, I'd rather have Holiday in over Kjerstad with Carlson in over Mateo. I think that combo is better. Otherwise, I don't have too much complaints with the lineup. It's hard to complain because we've got so many injuries. Folks, we lead the league in injuries. And look, maybe I should just read what I have written in the Discord. But, I think it's fair to say, folks, that despite the fact that, yes, Brandon Hyde, game in and game out can frustrate us with some of the decisions he makes, moves to the bullpen, lineup decisions, what have you. And with Mike Elias, look, I think the offseason, it's safe for me to say now that it has been mostly bad. Charlie Morton is clearly a bad signing. Gary Sanchez, I didn't like that signing from the start, but with anybody we sign, I want to give him a chance. But right now, that's looking like $8.5 million wasted. We could have just spent $2 million on a plain old backup catcher. So yeah, there's things to look at and go, yeah, Elias is to blame for this, Hyde is to blame for that. But folks, let's be honest. If you take 2 factors out of this equation, one that was a bad decision, and the other is something that we can't really control. Those 2 factors being Charlie Morton. If Charlie Morton is not involved in this team, we've already talked about it. This team is 13-11 when Charlie Morton doesn't pitch. And then the other factor is the fact that we've got like 14 guys injured, and we're not talking about fringe players. All right, Westberg's down, Arias is down, Kowser's down, Bradish is down, Grayson's down, Kittredge's down. I mean, it's just Albert Suarez. I mean, the list, it's just too damn long. So the fact that we're 13-11 with a depleted team whenever Charlie Morton isn't pitching, to me says this team is going to be okay. As long as Morton stays out of the equation, as long as we can tread water and wait for some guys to get healthy. I do understand this lineup needs to be more consistent. Hopefully, that's going to gradually get better. But we have started to see a couple of our starting pitchers do better. Dean Kramer with a great start. Cade Povich has looked great lately. Sugano's looked pretty good. So, and the bullpen has looked great. So, let's have some optimism, folks. I'm not promising a win tonight or anything, but going forward, I think we need to take a chill pill. All right, folks. There's a long way to go. 133 games, in fact, after tonight, right? Or 131 games after tonight. Tonight is game number 32. Oh, so then 130 more games. Never mind. It's 130. It's a lot of games. All right? I can't count. I haven't had all my coffee yet. But it's a quarter after the hour. When does this game start? Am I already late? Holy cow, this game start. How did I spend 15 minutes already talking? This game is starting. Holy cow. I don't even have the game up. I just talked for 15 minutes straight? There's no way. I barely went over anything. A couple of injuries, lineups. And I used to go on 10 minutes before the game instead of 15. I don't know how I did that. I need more time. All right. Looks like I haven't missed anything. There's the game. Let's get started. All right. This game is on Fox, and they're already giving us some betting parlays. Adley Rutschman, minus 250 to record a hit. Gunnar Henderson to record 2+ total bases, plus 125. Odds subject to change. Thanks, Fox. All right, we are ready for baseball, folks. Jonathan India steps into the batter's box. His hair is looking extra greasy tonight. Here is the first pitch from Sugano, and that is below the zone for ball one. Orioles tonight have their orange shirts on, white pants. And the Royals are wearing their gray jerseys instead of the powder blue from last night. That pitch is outside, 2-0. India hitting 209. And I guess they've converted him to a left fielder. This ball is grounded to short. Gunnar Henderson throws on the run. In time, one away. You know, Gunnar, you don't always have to throw on the run. You can just stop, plant your feet, and throw the ball. I'm just saying. All right, Sugano's got the first out of the ball game. And here comes Bobby Witt Jr., who had his 22-game hit streak snapped last night by Oriole pitching. Swing and a miss on a cutter from Sugano. Swing and a miss, strike two. Another cutter. That one even farther off the plate, and Witt chased. Just getting started, folks. One out, nobody on. Bobby Witt Jr. with a .312 average. It was in the 320s before last night's 0 for 4. He reaches for one and hits it to right field. That ball is foul. Down the right field line. Sugano into his windup. The 0-2 pitch. Upstairs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Next offering. Check swing. Did he go? It's a hard appeal, and he did go. Bobby Witt Jr. went around. Sit down, pal.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Sugar. Oh, honey, honey.
Bobby Witt Jr. is 0 for 5 in this series. And that's not his first strikeout either. Here's Pasquantino going after the first pitch. It's hitting to foul ground, third base side. Rivera, long run, and he makes the catch as he slams up against the wall. And look at that. He sticks the ball underneath the screen for a fan as a souvenir. 1, 2, 3 go the Royals. We go to the bottom of the first. Kansas City nothing and Baltimore coming up. Wow. I turned pink fast, folks. This lighting was perfect. Look, even if I move ahead a little bit, it changes. I go back, and now I'm closer to the sunlight. I'm starting to learn how this all works, folks. Hang in there. Let's see. Is that better? I want to be darker. I want to be mysterious. Is the scoreboard up yet? Kind of. Let me get this Let me get this looking pretty. Mullins, Rutschman, and Gunner due up next. And there they are. All right. How you doing there, Charm City chat? Let's see if I can get a quick hello in to everybody. Dale, Chilo, Coldest, Let's Go Ravens, Dan, Mazo, Bill, Edward, Ronnie, Bartman, Froggy, good to see you here. Warren, Baxter, Josh. I think I'm seeing repeats now. Patrick, George, AB Normal, Ken, Vonnie, Timothus. Folks, good to have you all here. Hey, friendly reminder, 26 likes. We've got 3 times as many of those people here right now. So 50 people right now could do me a big, big favor and just tap that like button at the bottom of your screen. We've got 8.5 more innings to watch. We're going to be here for a couple of hours. So just get that out of the way, and then I won't bug you about it so much. Sound fair? I'll call a game for you. You tap a thumb for me. We'll call it a draw. Chris Bubic is making his 7th start of the season. Record of 2-2. The one thing about him is he usually doesn't go too deep in the games, even if he's pitching well. He's not a guy that typically goes beyond the 80-85 pitch mark. First pitch to said Mullins is in there for a strike.
Folks said, now you know what to do.
Next pitch is foul back. Well, third base side, having a look. It is out of play. 0-2 on Mullins. Average now down to 267. He's been dipping a little bit. He's had success off Bubic, though. 8 at-bats, 4 hits, and one of them left the yard. 500 average off of Bubic. That pitch is high, 1 ball and 2 strikes. And of course, to all the ladies in the Charm City chat, us guys here, we're here to acknowledge we understand what the Bubic is all about. You know, you wear those bras, they can ride up on you, they can chafe. Here's a line drive caught at first base by Pasquantino. Mullins hit the ball hard, but right to first base for the first out of the inning. Yeah, folks, Bubic's, they're not fun. By the way, pitching tomorrow for the Royals, Larry Ballich, making his major league debut. Just kidding, folks. All right. Oh, Pasquantino? Bartman, you can't prove anything. Adley Rutschman looks at a called strike. That was on the outside edge, borderline. Borderline. 0-1 pitch. Low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Rutschman's hitting .223. This pitch is in the dirt or close to it. 2 balls, 1 strike. What does the QT stand for on the Royal sleeves? Quantum theory? That's my guess. This one's hit foul off to the left. 2-2 the count on Rutschman. 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the first, no score. Bubic and Ballich. That sounds like a comedy duo, just waiting to happen. Somebody get that comedy duo some Some Arm & Hammer baking soda. That usually helps with the itches. This pitch is up and away. We got a full count on Rutschman. Here's their first bugle of the day. One out, nobody on. Payoff pitch coming to Adley Rutschman. Up and in. Easy take for ball 4. Rutschman throws his gear to the side and marches down the first base. A 1-out walk.
I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
Here comes Gunna.
His name's Gunner and he's dating my mom.
It's a gas station? All right, that's pretty sad. All right, we've got like an investment company, T. Rowe Price. But a gas station? Like, is it the like Midwest version of a Wawa? Like, do they have? Tell me they at least make good sandwiches. If it's just some podunk gas station, that's pretty sad. Here's a ball hit on the left side, and there's a giant hole there with the shift on. Henderson, ground ball to the opposite side. Plenty of real estate to work with for a base hit. First and second with only 1 out, folks. I mean, you know, that is like, I would rather have Chico's bail bonds as a sponsor. Quick Trip Gas. By the way, if you want a quick trip for some gas, go to Taco Bell. They'll set you up. Ryan Mountcastle takes up and away for ball 1.
Okay, mount up.
It is like a Wawa? Okay. I was going to say, it's got to at least be like a 5-star gas station. Swing and a miss. Mountie chased one in the dirt. Mountcastle's hitting .208. First and second for Baltimore here in the bottom of the first. 1 out. Next pitch from Bubic is popped up and out of play to the right side. Again, low and away on that pitch. I swear, Mountcastle should just stand on the plate and hit that way, so he can reach those pitches. I mean, just... Okay, I see the QT now. Yeah, that does look like a gas station patch. Pitch. Bottom of the zone, called strike 3. Mountcastle is caught looking. Second out of the inning. At the very bottom of the zone, the catcher pulling that glove up to frame it, but I think... I mean, it's right on the edge. Too close to take. You got to foul that off. If you don't like it, you still got to hang in there. Speaking of hanging in there, here's Ryan O'Hearn. Takes a first pitch breaking ball, strike 1.
Lights on. Let's turn and burn.
Ryan O'Hearn. 303 the average. 6th home run last night. Up to 13 RBI. Swing and a miss. Another one of those sweepers. And O'Hearn is quickly in the hole 0-2. It'll be the 19th pitch of the inning for Bubic, and he steps off the mound for a reset. Hip hop chicken and fish. Pitch. That one's lifted to right. Oh, he got it. He got it. Keep going. That ball is caught up against the wall at the scoreboard and right. Inning over. Oh, it looks so good off the bat. He went down and got it and turned on it. Just not quite enough. If he didn't have to extend so far to pull it, that might have been the difference right there. Man, oh man, I thought that one was gone. Looks so good off the bat. I'm sorry if I got you guys Excited for nothing. The inning is over. We head on now to the second, no score. Technical problem. Refresh the page. What? Well, at least you're doing this to me between innings. Folks, once again, gonna have to remind folks until we get the like count in a place that we'd like to think is respectable. 100 people are here, 44 likes. That's a ratio that just won't cut it. More than half of you can help out right now by tapping that thumb at the bottom of your screen. And folks, if you've done it already, thank you very much. Hey, if you're just here, thank you very much. I'm just asking as kindly as I can think to do, because hitting that button does help out the channel. Boy. By the way, we got a chance to make some ground up tonight. Last night we had a win, but the Yankees won, the Red Sox won. Guess what? Yankees lost today. Blue Jays lost today. And we're in the rain delay? What? It's saying rain delay on my screen. It's saying rain delay. Oh, boy. All right, folks. Here comes the tarp. Well, we got an inning in. That was fun. Tarp is currently being unfurled. Got about 20, 25, 30 guys maybe out there working on this. It's the annual running of the grounds crew. Nice side angle. Look at that. Very cinematic. Oh, that guy wasn't even trying. Hey, come on, Tubby. Pull your share of that tarp. You were using like one pinky finger. Making everybody else do the work. There's a shot of Westberg and Kauser, both on the injured list, hanging out, having fun. Rain delay. What's our record for rain delays? No idea. No clue. Does anybody even keep track of that? I don't know, but obviously the shorter the delay, the better in terms of Sugano. You don't want this to be more than a 20-minute deal. I mean, is it even actually raining, or is this all a preventive measure? They're just 100% certain it's about to pour down. Because I'm not seeing a whole lot of rain right now. I mean, people are starting to walk up into the concourse area, but not with any urgency, like it's raining hard. That's for sure. It's lightning. Lightning schmeitning. Meanwhile, this guy's got a giant metal ladder, and he's in the middle of the field. So if lightning isn't safe, maybe get off that metal ladder. Right smack dab in the middle of the field. All right, they've gone to commercial. All right, what are we going to do, folks? What would you like to do? What do you want? How about some Orioles trivia? I bet you I could find something. Let's see. No cheating. Let's see. Okay, let's see what this one's got. I just don't want some stupid AI thing. All right, folks. First to answer in the super chat gets a point. Keep track of your points. And whoever wins gets, I don't know, your own request for BW to sing whatever song that might embarrass him the most. You want me to sing some Milli Vanilli for you? You got it. Who was the first Baltimore Oriole to hit 50 home runs in a season, folks? You should know this. You should know this. Hurry up. Hurry up. Hurry up. Hurry up. Up, up. KPK. KPK. Ding, 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 ding. That's right. Brady Anderson. All right, KPK. Next time, you might have to type at least a last initial in there. If you're going to beat everybody by just typing one name while everybody else is typing both, that might be an unfair advantage. But yes, Brady Anderson, that was, what was that, like 94? Something like that? Was it 50 or 51 homers he got to? All right, next question. Oh, wait a minute. That's too easy. That's ridiculous. That's too easy. Some of these might be too easy. That's too easy. Who was the first Oriole to win 20 games in a season? Who is the first 20-game winner for the Baltimore Orioles baseball franchise? Stop Googling. The answer has yet to be revealed. The answer has yet to be revealed. Wow. You guys forgot about this dude. Hey, KPK, you watch your language. Actually, I don't think Mussina ever won 20 games for us. And obviously, with the 4 20-game winners we had in 1970, you got to go back earlier. Not Cuellar, not Wilhelm, not Milt Pappas, not Robin Roberts, not Jim Palmer, not Dave McNally. Nope, 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 nope. At least I know you guys aren't cheating. Not Erickson. You guys got to do a quick Kimbrel. 20 blown saves is not the question. Ken! Ken Bates. Steve Barber is the correct answer. All right. All right. That's too easy. Okay, which Oriole has the team record for most saves in a season with 45? Who's got the Orioles single season save record? 45 saves. Babe Ruth. It's a good guess. Rain's coming down now? Yeah, it's like the 4th time somebody's mentioned Kyle Stowers with the walk-off. B. Ravens, we know. We know, man. We know. We know. Hang in there, buddy. It's not Kimbrel. It's not Bautista. Not Jim Johnson. Folks, we've had a lot of pretty famous closers over the years. They may not have stayed with the team for more than 1 or 2 seasons, but this is a guy you know. Okay, now you guys are just messing around. George, you're close. I think you know, but you got the first name wrong. I'm going to give the credit to George. I just think he forgot. It's Randy Myers. Randy Myers, folks. Trevor Bauer, a close second. Randy Myers, 45 saves. Again, I think that was somewhere around the 94, 95 years when we were contenders. Contenders. Sign up to see the remaining cards? No. I don't sign up for anything. That's how I go. 97. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Let me see if I can find something else. Because Baltimore Orioles trivia. During the... Huh. All right, well, this one, I'm going to play along with you, I guess. But some of these questions I feel like are kind of... Like, I want some clarification with some of these questions. The first question is, during their first season as a Major League Baseball team, what were the Baltimore Orioles called? Your options are the Brewers, the Browns, the Badgers, or the Barn Owls. You know what? I should bring this up over here. Can I do that? Am I on the screen there too? I mean, it's got to be the Browns, right, guys? They're talking about the St. Louis Browns. So that's what I'm going to answer. The other thing I was looking at was just like a flip card where the answer was there and I could play game show host, but now I'm playing along with you. Brewers, some are saying. It starts with the Brewers, and then they went to... You know what? I think you're right. No, I think the Brewers might be right. I think this franchise started in Milwaukee before they went to St. Louis. We can all rule out the Badgers and the Barn Owls, obviously. But I know we moved from the Browns, 1954. I got you. But I think way, way, way back, I think it was a Brewers team. I think it was. Ugh. Which one do I hit, folks? George says Brewers. And then they became... Oh, I see. That Brewers became the Yankees. All right, well, I'll guess the Browns. We're going Browns. Damn it, it's the Brewers. I see. 1901. And then they moved to St. Louis in 1902. That's a good trivia question, folks. I knew that. And I didn't let my instincts... Grr. We already had this question, so we can just answer it. How tall was the shortest player in team history? 3'7"? Oh, you know what this is? This is Eddie Geidel. This is an Eddie Geidel question. This goes back to the Browns. He was very short, but he can't be 3 feet. It's got to be 4 foot, like 2. 5'4". No, Eddie Geidel was. I'm gonna go 4'2" on this. Everyone has seen that famous photo, right? Of Eddie Geidel at the plate. Here you go. This is what we're dealing with, folks. How tall is this? Oh, there you go. It's right there, 3'7", right there in the damn title. So that gave it away. But there he is, right there. It's Eddie Geidel. It's 3'7". Folks, don't come at me. And there you go. All right? Don't come at me. I know stuff. All right. Rod Gibson is scheduled to pitch tomorrow, and we really don't have another option. So hang in there, Rod. I know that first start was horrible, and I'm frankly only giving him one more start to prove that it's not going to be more of the same, because we can't afford to go through another Charlie Morton just watching a team have no chance to win every fifth day kind of thing. So start number 2, either you show us you can be the Kyle Gibson that we're kind of familiar with. If not, Brandon Young is still an option, and Zach Eflin's on his way back. Which Oriole was MVP of the 70 World? We all know. The human vacuum cleaner. Come on. That's too easy. We all know. Who was the first pitcher in MLB history to hit a grand slam in a World Series? Now, I know this. I mean, sorry if I know it. I just got to answer. Who has the best single-season batting average in franchise history? Ooh. 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 Now this one is a dandy. Sizzler. By the way, folks, not the restaurant. George Stone, Heine Manouche, and Harry Rice. I didn't even know Sizzler was part of the franchise, to be perfectly honest. Stone and Manouche, I feel like, are the two names that resonate. MG could go for Sizzler right about now. Really? You want a nice shoe leather steak? Oh, boy. So the weather's just getting worse, guys. Great. That's not good news for Sugano. I mean, it works both ways. Bubic is going to be affected the same. Stone, I'm going to go with Heine just because, come on with that name, right? George. Sizzler. Damn it. I mean, he is the most famous name of the bunch. 41 straight hits. How about that? Or 41 straight games with a hit. That was the record before DiMaggio. What did he get up to? 56 games? Well, how about that? Patrick is already answering the next question that is only partially exposed. And we already know. If you just say Orioles manager ejected and it's a record, you know. You know it's Earl. We don't even need multiple choice. Right? Okay. Which player holds the MLB record for consecutive... Roberto Alomar. No. Brooks. No. Eddie. Gee. That's too difficult. I'd never would be able to figure out probably the most famous fact in Baltimore sports history. We need a better question than this. Which Orioles pitcher once gave up 4 home runs without recording a single out? Well, Kyle Gibson almost did that. How recent is this? They might need to update this trivia for the 2025 season. Morton, Gibson, it'd be hilarious if they were amongst the choices. I want to say Daniel Cabrera did something like that back in the day. I want to say KPK just typed in Cabrera too. Look at that. I want to say Daniel Cabrera. We'll see if he's a choice. There was a game I went to against the Red Sox. Cabrera started, and the guy who had the tickets, we met like by the Babe Ruth statue. I had to wait for him, and so I'm trying to follow the game. You can hear it going on, and the Red Sox, top of the first, put like a 5 spot on the board with an David Ortiz grand slam. We were down 5-0 by the time we got into the ballpark. Anyway, you know what? It could always be a relief pitcher. I didn't even think about that. A relief pitcher can. Then again, if you're coming in as a reliever and you've given up 3 straight homers and the manager's not lifting you, what is going on? Dylan Bundy is a nice guess. Let's see if he's in there. All right, there's no Cabrera. There is a Bundy. Ken, are you cheating, buddy? You cheater. 2018. And it was against the Royals. Gave up 5 hits, 2 walks, 7 runs, 4 of them home runs before getting pulled without giving up or without recording an out. Ow. Ow. How many of Baltimore's starting pitchers had at least 20 wins in 71? 4. Yeah. We all know the names. Palmer, Cuellar, McNally, Dobson. Boom. 20, 20, 20, and 21. I mean, you want to talk about a record that'll never, ever, 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 ever happen again. I don't know if a team will ever have 2 20-game winners ever again. We had 4. All right, there's a page 2. How many consecutive games did the Orioles lose to open? We all know 0-21. We know. You don't have to remind us. No need to rub it in. How many players were involved in the December 54 trade? Oh, this is that famous trade. Yeah, I think it was, 13 was in my mind before I even saw the list. Is it 17? Yeah, that was a crazy trade. Basically, the Orioles just trying to, that was after their expansion season. 15, says Patrick. I mean, honestly, I would probably just go with whatever the majority would vote for. Actually, it was 2 managers. Cal Senior Bart got fired, I think, like 7 or 8 games in, and then that's when Frank Robinson took over the team. I think 13 might be a little low. I'll go 15. 13? 17. Damn. They should list all the players involved. Right. Who was the first Oriole pitcher with 10 saves in a season? I'm thinking Pappas. That sounds like a Pappas stat to me. I just don't see a scenario where these other guys are recording saves. No! No! Huh. Well, everything's a total guess for me at this point. It can't be Palmer. It's Jim Palmer. Wait a minute. Look, wait, this can't be right. Because look at this explanation. Palmer was at his peak in 75, winning 23 games, throwing 10 shutouts. You know what? This is supposed to be shutouts. That's what it is. That's where the screw up is. Because, see, 10 shutouts. Otherwise, why aren't you mentioning anything about saves here? Well, nobody would have guessed because they screwed up. That's what you get with free trivia. Which pitcher holds a franchise single season record for wins? Didn't Steve Stone get like 22 or 23? I'm guessing Stone. I stink. Who? Urban Shocker. Spitball pitcher from 1921. Yeah, that's a shocker, all right. That is a shocker. By the way, Urban Shocker, that's a fantastic name. That's a great name for a band. That's a great name for an album. That's a great name for a magazine. That's just a great name. How many games did the Orioles lose in 2018? Oh, boy. 100 and what? 100 and what, guys? Shocker. Hardly knew her. $1.15, $1.05. 115 would be what? 47 wins? That seems crazy. I think I'm going to go 105. 110? Damn. All right, well, to be fair, in this year, I was out here in Thailand. I was covering Premier League soccer. I wasn't following the Orioles, and I was partying my ass off. I had no idea what was going on, and I think I think I missed a season that was worth missing. 61 games behind the Red Sox. Holy cow. Wait a minute. We had a question already that said, which Oriole pitcher has the save record for a season? And it was Randy Myers, 45. Why are we getting this question? Who's the first Oriole pitcher with 50 saves? If the record was 45, how can anybody have 50? I don't think this question is as... This now makes me wonder if any of these are accurate. I'll just hit Myers again. I mean, Olsen never had 50. Britton never had 50. Jim Johnson? He had 51 saves in 2012. Wow. Wow. Well, then that Randy Myers question was wrong. Or this one's wrong. I don't know. Is this almost over? Okay. Like 4 more questions. We all know who's the only player to hit a ball out of Memorial Stadium completely, right? We know. We know who it is. We know. Off of Louis Tiant. They put a flag out there, folks. There's a flag out there, or there was, if you ever went to a ball game at Memorial Stadium, marking where that ball left the stadium from Frank. How many World Series appearances did the Orioles make between 66 and 83? That would be 6. Won 3, lost 3. Who did the Orioles defeat to win the first World Series? Drysdale and Koufax. And who was the first player in Major League history to hit 30 home runs and steal 30 bases in a what? The first 30-30 person ever. Well, it can't be Brady because Canseco was 40-40 before Brady did anything. So it's got to be some old guy. Terry Kennedy. Yeah, he was a base stealer, if ever there was one. I think they mean Orioles player there, Soren. And even then, I don't think Ricky Henderson would be the answer. Bull shot. It's Bert Schotten. We'll go with Bert. Go with Ken. 39 homers and 37 steals. Wow. 1922. Folks, that is still kind of the dead ball era. I mean, that is right at the beginning of the Babe Ruth explosion. That's a pretty damn fine stat line for 1922. 39 bombs, 37 steals. All right. So there's your trivia. All right, you pedantic bastard. All right, so we went over this. Mayo's up. Oh yeah, Zach Eflin was saying, folks, that basically, he said about 10 days ago, like, look, I'd like to just skip the whole rehab start if possible. The Orioles are like, no, you need to have rehab start. But in this particular write-up from Rock Kabatko, Eflin was asked about whether he'll make a second start, and he says, I'd say go a day at a time, but I'm not expecting to be there long. Didn't necessarily want to do something like this, but I think it kind of gets both sides what we need and what we want, which is for me to get back out there as soon as possible. I'm looking forward to competing again tomorrow. By that, he means pitching the rehab game and then kind of going from there. I think it's all depending on how I feel, how I progress through the game tomorrow. And then Mike Elias, who had a About a 15-minute press conference in the Oriole dugout yesterday, fielding questions. Somebody brought up, actually, nobody brought it up. He just started off by explaining that Eflin was going to make this rehab start for Aberdeen on Sunday, and that after that, his status is TBD, to be determined. Now, within that same explanation, he also went on to talk about Andrew Kittredge, relief pitcher, who has yet to make his debut for us. He had a surgery on his knee, but he is also with Aberdeen, and he is also scheduled to pitch in the same game. And after explaining that, he said, well, now with Kittredge, different story. His rehab progress is going to take some time. He's going to make several appearances before getting called up. So I feel like if you read the tea leaves there, you know, the Orioles don't want to make an official announcement now before Eflin even makes this rehab start. But I would assume that as soon as Eflin makes that start, and if all goes okay, then they're going to make a decision. They may not even officially make a roster move until the first day he needs to pitch. But again, if you weren't aware, because of the off day we had before this Kansas City series on Thursday, and then we're going to have another one on Monday, because of that, the Orioles don't need a 5-man rotation. They don't need a 5th guy until this coming Saturday, a week from today. So if Eflin starts on Sunday, then he would have plenty of rest and be lined up to make that debut on Saturday. If not, then on Friday. Friday would be regular rest. And somebody who's scheduled to pitch that Friday, let me see who that is, could just be bumped up a day if they wanted to do it that way. Currently set to pitch next Friday in Los Angeles is Kyle Gibson. So there you go. All the more reason. Let's say, for instance, Kyle Gibson tomorrow throws a stinker. He's due to pitch next on Friday in L.A., and that'll be the same day that Zach Eflin will be on regular rest to start. So one way or the other, he can put him in there on Friday. Either bump Gibson to the Saturday, which is currently empty, no announced starter there. Or if Gibson is really, really, really bad, you could call up Brandon Young to take over for Gibson. But I'm just not sure that the Orioles, based on how they handled Charlie Morton, that they're going to call it a day for Gibson after 2 bad starts. I would, but that's just me. Believe me. Typically, I have a longer leash. I do. But Gibson was throwing batting practice out there in that first start. It was sad to look at. The game was over after 5 pitches. All right? And if you've heard me say this already, forgive me for beating the drum, but we cannot afford, now that we've finally cut off the tumor that is Charlie Morton out of this rotation, to just allow another one to grow in the form of Kyle Gibson. If he's out there getting lit up every start, we haven't really solved any problems, have we? We've just replaced a problem with another problem. So for me, Gibson, short leash. If he doesn't look better in this coming start tomorrow, I'd rather recall Brandon Young and then have Zach Eflin come up and be ready to fill out this rotation. What do you guys think? I need a lucky. You guys tell me what you think. And by the time somebody says something, I'll be back. But give me a sec. Where am I? Am I even on the screen here? What is this? Let's go back over here. Go back over here, and then I'll disappear. Be right back. All right. Gee, I do remember saying I'll read what you guys think when I get back. I can't remember what it was, but nobody wrote anything anyway. Oh, Christ. At least I forgot. Oh, yeah. I guess in terms of how to handle the rotation, who gets a spot, who gets a second chance, who gets the axe, and all that other happy horse poop. Let's see, what else? So yeah, Kobe Mayo recalled. If you want to know what he's been doing down in Norfolk, 27 games, hitting .255, on base percentage 353, slugging .539, 7 doubles, 2 triples, 6 home runs, and 21 RBI in 27 games. If he can just give us about 70% of that production, I'd take it. But what he did for us last season was play 17 games. He went 4 for 41, striking out 22 times. That won't cut it in any league. Radar is looking rough at the moment. Man, if this gets washed out, to borrow a phrase from Ryan O'Hearn, S my effing B's. You know? Hey, folks, you want a replay of how things went last night? A quick little trip down memory lane? Let's get the call up here. If you missed last night's game, you missed.
O'Hearn gets into one. Left center field. Going back. Looking up. That ball is gone! Bye-bye, birdie! Ryan O'Hearn has turned and burned, and the Orioles are finally on the board. It's 2-0. Oh, doctor! Folks! Ryan O'Hearn takes a sip from the Homer hose and says, S my effing B's.
All right.
O'Hearn.
That was fun. How about a clip from way back in the day? 353 on base percentage is pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. This clip from last year, June 14th, against the Philadelphia Phillies. It's labeled overturned.
You've never seen anticipation like this. This is like waiting for Elvis to come out for his last performance. Call's been overturned! Call's been overturned! Call's been overturned! Call's been overturned! Call! Overturned! 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 Holy Toledo! I don't believe it! And this, oh my God, that's the replay. Oh my God. You've never seen anticipation like.
Ah, jeez. What else is in the archives here? Hey, Fitzy with a raid. Welcome to a rain delay, Fitz. BW with an epic pep talk. Let's see. I want to hear. Yeah, let's go back to the early days. Maybe we should. How about a good old Lucky Strike ad?
That time again.
Oh wait, no, that's the real one. That's the real one. All right, let's try this.
What are you here for? Just to feel misery? For however long it takes? Yeah, Suarez has heart. Your boy's got heart. You hear that? Do you hear that? You hear that? Heart. Let's go. It ain't over till it's over. I'm telling you, some of the attitude of some of you guys in Charm City chat. Imagine if you carried that mentality with you out on the field. How are you ever going to win with that kind of attitude? Let's go. Yeah, you take your lumps. Yeah, you make your mistakes. Yeah, you can point fingers after the game, but gosh darn it, the game is on. There is a game on the line. Let's go out there and take it. Had enough of this. Your boys gonna pump you guys up.
Wow. That seems like an awfully familiar kind of monologue from me. How many hours have I spent in the past 13 months and change trying to get the fans to hang in there, don't give up, stay the course, don't let a deficit bring you down. By the way, look at these sub numbers. Hey, you want to see my very first game? Game 1. Let's go. Hey there, Morgan Freelance. Long time no see. Thanks for stopping in. We're in a rain delay. So as you can see, my channel started by sort of giving myself a chance to practice calling games. I played 4 retro games. This one got 29 views. So, folks, to borrow a phrase from a guy I don't really care for, started from the bottom, now I'm here. Started from the bottom, now BW is here. Started from the bottom, now I'm here. Started from the bottom, now BW is here. Started from the bottom, now I'm here. All right. First, this is opening day. How bad is my first intro? How bad is it? We beat the Angels 11-3. Rain is cleared. Okay, good. Hopefully 15 to 20 minutes, I would say.
And if you're finding my channel for the first time, it's good to see you. Welcome. This channel is brand new, sort of still under construction, hence not too much of a
look at this chat.
Flattering.
Look at this dead chat.
Task this season. Well, I guess the number.
Everybody in my chat are like friends that know me from other channels. There is like nobody here. You know who was here in this first one? I believe was Froggy. Yeah, right there, card crazed. Froggy has been around since day 1. And for that...
And I want to thank you very much for that. I really do.
Day 1 for Froggy. Hey, Fitz. Rob didn't take long. Janet didn't take long. You know what game really put me over? If you look back at the viewing numbers, it was just in the hundreds, and then opening day, I just hit 1,000, right? Dropped down to 700 something, 800 something, 1,300, and then 571. And I remember that game going, man, is this channel going to work? Is it going to work? And then look what happened that next game against the Royals. What are we talking about? 1, 2, 3, 4. Game 6 of the season. Over 3,000 viewers. Look at that ridiculous jump. And then if you go down like into the mid-season area, you start seeing that on a regular basis, 4.9 thousand, 4,100, 3,300, 3,700, 3,400. You know? Nice growth. By the time we get later in the season, here's a 5,000 view game. So, yeah, I think that series against the Royals last year, Jordan Westburg had that walk-off home run, remember? Was that the game Westy hit the walk-off? Or maybe he hit the walk-off the night before and then everybody got excited and tuned in. Let's see here. What was the final on this? Oh, Kansas City won that second game. So, was that 3,000 view game the Westburg walk-off game? Oh, that was the big rain delay game. Hey, you know what, folks? That's what put me over. I streamed for 7 hours and 51 minutes on this day. April 3rd, 2024, Game 6, had a rain delay against these same Royals. And I stayed on the whole damn time. And, yeah, by doing that, I guess helped out the channel. Folks, apparently we watched some Captain Chesapeake videos.
Yeah, that's when I moved away from D.C. was in 08.
What else? We were just hanging out. Just hanging out. Hanging out. Hanging out with my homies. Hey, there's Bill. Bill's in the chat. Melanie. Old schoolers. Going back a long, long way. Hey, folks. Can I get a game of Yahtzee in real quick? I just, you know. Oh, by the way, may the 4th be with you. All right, bring it on. I'm ready. Why are you declining my challenge? Are you scared? Are you scared of what the Rock's cooking? Come on, Sue. Thank you. You seem like a pleasant lady. All right, Sue, it's your turn. I'm waiting. Let's go. Watching orca videos of whales attacking trainers. All right. Sounds like a family fun time. All right, you got a full house? Full house. That's child's play. All right, I'm pulling okie doke here. All right, I'll take it. Ken Bates is subscriber number 642. George was 777. Nice. Marcus is 71 up there. Were you subscriber 71, Marcus? Be proud of your number, folks. All right, Sue. Time for you to get some boxcars. Oh, snap. Some would take the full house right here. For me, too early, and these numbers are too big. I'm going for broke, and I'll take it. I'll just take my 5s. I'm all right with that. I'll get my full house. Look at that. They just rolled a full house right out the gate. That's how easy those are. I ain't got time for that. Uh-oh. 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 All right, your boy's got work to do. Your boy's got work to do. Oh, look at that large straight. Get out of here. Come on. But Spurger, you're already subscribed. You wouldn't be able to type in the chat otherwise. You got a second account? The stream says we're playing the Yankees right now? No way. Oh my God. Thank you. Holy cow. Good Lord. Oh, now I got to check and see if it says that on the other page. Good grief. I'm an idiot. All right, this is Kansas City. Okay. So, folks, you know, inside behind the scenes info. Oh, crap. Sue just quit. He quit on me. When I make thumbnails and when we you know, go to a new series, I got to create a new thumbnail, new background, pitching matchup, date. You know, some elements I just borrow and paste, and others I have to do from scratch. But obviously, if there's anything I can repeat over. So when it comes to the description, YouTube, you go in there and it's like, do you want to use the same whatever from here? And I'm like, yeah, because I only want to go in and change a few things. And unfortunately, I forgot to change who we're playing against in the title for tonight's game, which probably did not help with the turnout. But hey, maybe once this game starts back up, now with the fresh title out there, it'll be okay. Hey, Big Choppa, I didn't get to finish against Sue. You up for a challenge, my friend? Or are you just going to sit there like a scaredy cat? Huh? I ain't got time to wait. Who we got? Deadly. All right, Deadly. All right, Deadly. That's right. May the 4th be with you. Oh! We're going 5s. Oh, no. All right, well, you don't want to use chance that early, but 25 is a nice number. I'll recover. You can have those 2s. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me at all. Give me that 2. Damn it. Full house. See, I would have played the 4s. I would have waited. See? See how easy a full house is, folks? Damn it. All right. All right. You think you got 4 5s? You think you got 4 5s? I got 5 5s. How about that? Suck it. Yahtzee. Bye Yahtzee. Damn. 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 All right. All right. All right. You wanna play? How about another Yahtzee? Yeah, try and win now, buddy. Yeah, you can have your 6s. Go ahead. Go ahead. That's a nice 3 of a kind. Go ahead. You can have that. This is easy. BW is on another channel yapping. That is precisely the way to describe it. I do a lot of yapping. Yep, I threatened I'd start this channel and boom. Hey, he gave up, but he wants a rematch. That's still a win for me. All right, Brandon Hyde and the managers are talking with the umps. Is this one of these what do you want to do things? Do you want to wait another? I mean, if the tarp is off, what are they talking about? There is a puddle of water right there in front of the dugout. I've seen players play through worse than this. Come on. Don't cancel this game. Crowd's here. You made him wait through a delay and only to tell him to go home. Don't do that. Field conditions, field consmissions. Yeah, it's wet. It's wet around the very perimeter of the warning track. I gotcha, but come on. Get a squeegee. Let's play ball. Sugano and the Orioles are coming back out onto the field. We're playing baseball. We're playing baseball, folks. The Orioles have taken the field. Boom. So when we resume, it'll be the top of the second. Leadoff hitter Michael Garcia will be due up. I'm sure they'll give Sugano as much time as he needs to get loose. There's a full house right out of the gate. I'll take that one. All right, I'll take the 5s. All right, I'll switch it up. Don't worry, folks. As soon as the game's ready to go, the Yahtzee will disappear. See if I can squeeze this game in before they get going. Well, looks like the next pitch from Sugano will be the last one. Let's go for the old large straight, and if we don't get it, I'll take the chance. All right. What you gonna do, buddy? What you gonna do? Oh, that sucks. Not really. Oh, we're ready to go. All right. Enough Yahtzee. Enough radar. And enough of all this. Folks, let's get back to the ball game. First pitch to Garcia's in there for a called strike. How you doing, folks? And we're back. And we're back. The 0-1. That one's lined and into left field, a base hit. Oh, here we go. We're back underway. First hit of the night for the Royals. First base runner. And I don't know if that scoreboard is going to kick back in or I need to make an adjustment. We'll see. Here's a ground ball to the right side foul by Michael Massey. 0-1 on him. Massey hitting .202. I guess I'll hang out over here and see if this scoreboard needs a refresh. Okay, there it is. Pitch. That one's hit to second base. They go to second for 1. Over to first. 2. A double play. There you go. Mateo starts it. Gunner with the relay. Mountie with the final putout. 4-6-3 double play. 2 down, bases empty for Hunter Renfroe, and he takes a cutter outside for ball 1. Renfroe off to a miserable start. 167 average, no home runs. And he pops this one up. Left field. Laureano is there to make the catch, and Sugano, after the rain delay, he gave up a hit, but that got erased on a double play ball immediately, and he faces the minimum 3 batters. On to the bottom of the second. No score in Baltimore. Time to bat. All right, now that the game's back on and my stream is titled correctly, hopefully some people will file in. Is that what you did, Rob? You know what? I would love to hear that from as many people as possible in the Charm City chat. How did you find my channel? That kind of information, if everybody pitches in and lets me know, maybe we can get a better understanding of just how this whole thing works. How did you find my channel, folks? It would be a huge act of kindness if you make it as brief as you'd like, but give me some feedback. So the Blue Jays lost. What, that Red Sox game went final? Did they lose? Fitzy with the, Boston. They came back, but they fell 1 run short. So the Yankees, the Red Sox, and the Blue Jays all losing tonight. Let's go. Let's go. We're playing with house money tonight, folks. We are playing with house money. The algorithm sent me here. I mean, George, did you type in like a search word, or did you just type in Baltimore Orioles? Like, what happened? Sheila was looking for reactions to O's game. So, yeah, I guess I'm looking for search words then. Like O's reaction, Orioles live. All right, here's Bubic back out on the mound. Bottom of the second, Ramon Laureano at the plate, and he takes a first pitch fastball for strike 1. Laureano.
Ramon just threw a rock at me.
Hitting 180. This one's fouled back, and the count is 0-2. I think the first game I watched was against the Rays. I remember I came in to say something about the announcers jinxing the no-hitter Burns had going on, but I didn't think anyone would be streaming. You think anybody would be crazy enough to do this? Curveball is up and away to Laureano. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Calling that a slider? Okay, it's a slider. Here's a Baltimore chop up the middle, and both fielders don't touch the ball. Second base and shortstop. That ball just went on through. Nobody got a glove to it. It's a base hit up the middle for Laureano. The second baseman, Massey, looked like he was ready to let Bobby Witt Jr. handle the play. Witt, ball got past him, and Massey had already kind of given up. Heston Kjerstad at the plate. He fouls the first pitch back. Orioles, and you filtered live. Okay, that's good. Because in my description, your top 3 hashtags are like the big algorithm tags. So mine are Baltimore Orioles, live, and play-by-play. And I think MLB is like the 4th one. Kjerstad fouls us back. It's 0-2. Runner at first, nobody out. For George, it just popped up as a recommendation. That's great. That means YouTube is saying, we know what George likes to watch, and we think he might like this. That's a good report, George. Thanks. Check on Laureano. He's back standing. We are in the bottom of the second, folks. Rain delay. Orioles at the plate. Runner at first. Nobody out. Kjerstad, 0-2 count, and he hits this one on the ground. That's a double play ball. Kerstad grounds into a double play. My goodness.
Stop it all.
Yeah, folks, the easiest way to find me is just go to YouTube, type all caps into the search bar, The Hat. It'll take you right here. Here's Emmanuel Rivera. Takes a pitch up and away for ball 1. Base is empty, 2 down. Rivera had an RBI base hit last night. 1 for 5 on the season. And a swing and a miss. That pitch low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Next pitch is hit on the ground to third. That's a fair ball. Long throw from the foul ground is made. And Rivera, who doesn't run all that well, is thrown out after a nice play at third by Michael Garcia, backhanding it in foul territory. And a 1-hop bounce throw to first in time to end the inning. We go to the third, still scoreless in Baltimore. All right. This coffee is undrinkable, but I need something. That rain delay is going to mess everything up. I'm going to be way too hungry, way too soon. Be right back. God. Tell you what.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. No, 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 no. It's bacon!
All right. Hey, Breakfast of Champions. Today, BW is drinking C1000. C1000 for all of your vitamins and whatever. And then some crackers that you can't see because of the green screen. But they're there. 2 crackers. Fox, Dan, the game's on Fox. But screw Fox. Hang out with me. Cavan Biggio at the plate as we begin the top of the third. First pitch from Sugano is right in there for a strike. Next pitch is low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Biggio hitting 182. Next offering from Sugano on the outside, but off the plate, according to the umpire. 2-1 the count. Breaking ball called a strike. 2-2. Two pitch. Swing and a miss. Sit down, buddy. You're out.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
All right. One down. Here is the first pitch, and it's hit up towards second base. Jorge Mateo backpedaling on it and still able to plant his feet and throw out the batter. Wow. That was not fundamentally sound, but Mateo able to make the play anyway to retire. That was Freddie Fermin, the catcher up there, out on one pitch. Sugano has faced the minimum. He's given up a hit, but he wiped him out with a double play. Here's the number 9 hitter up there in the third inning with 2 down. And Kyle Isbell takes ball 1. I have no idea why Michael Lorenzen is being interviewed. He does start for the Royals tomorrow. That's about all I got. I can't hear a thing he's saying. My volume's too low. The 1-1 pitch. That's hit right back up the middle again. Gunnar Henderson in the right spot. Makes the play, and Sugano. 9 batters faced, 9 outs recorded. Folks! I mean, if this ain't going to be the song of the summer. Remember, you got to make a really weird face whenever you dance to this.
Close the door.
Oh, that's the wrong button. Sorry. You know, I don't know what this is. This is geriatric white guy dancing. I don't know what it is. My version of dancing is basically, mosh pits, right? Or just jumping up and down in place. That's my version of dancing. You think Charlie Morton will be up next for an interview? Hope not. The Wall of Death. First message? Rob, you mean like on one of my streams from when you first found the... What was the first thing Rob ever said to me? He said, that ball was probably 15 feet from the track. Was that you, Rob? Something with the word probably in it. Hey, what happened to the sub count? That disappeared. I love how I put all this new stuff and like if there's a the title's wrong, the sub counts not nobody, I've had this screen have or the text have wrong info. That's his brother probably. Yeah, I got no subs. I'm like Jersey Mike's that just burned down. I got no subs. Get it? All right, I'm hitting the refresh button. Here is Jorge Mateo. And he takes the first pitch strike. He'll be followed by the top of the order, Mullins and Rutschman. Mateo's hitting 160. Changeup left up and away, and the count even up at a ball and a strike. Slater stopping in. Happy Saturday. Thank you. May the 4th be with you, Slater. Popped up by Mateo on the infield. Now 2 steps onto the outfield grass. The first baseman, Pasquantino, makes the catch. Little pop-up for Mateo for out number 1. Said Mullins, top of the order to ya.
Well said, now you know what to do.
Mullins lined out his first time up. That was to Pasquantino. He takes a first pitch sweeper on the inside edge. Man, you'll take that first strike instead of trying to do something with that pitch. That was tough. He gets another one, and he hits a little soft bouncer to second. Mullins is retired. 4-3 on the putout. 2 away. Well, the crowd hung in there. In fact, I'd say there looks like more people here now than there was in the first inning. Maybe some late arrivals, maybe some people assuming to wait out the rain before showing up. But considering the delay, we got a decent crowd here. Here's Rutschman, takes outside for ball 1.
Let the clutch out gently, okay?
Adley walked his first time up. That OPS now just over 700. We're trying to get him back into that 800 club where he belongs. But at least he's back into the 700s as of right now. 2-0 the count on him, batting from the right-hand side against the lefty Bubic. That pitch is called a strike, and that was borderline. Adley with a look back at the ump after that call. 2-1, 2 down, nobody on. Pitch. That stays outside. And Adley's got himself a hitter's count. Three and one on Rutschman. Come on, give me a good pitch. That's right on the outside corner with a changeup. Perfectly spotted by Bubic. He is not giving the Orioles much of anything anywhere near the middle of the plate. Everything's bottom of the zone or on the outside edge, or intentionally just completely off the plate to try to induce a whiff. And there's a high fastball top of the zone, swung on and missed. Chris Bubic is dealing. He looks better than he did before the rain delay, to be honest. That's not good. That's not good news. Bubic looked pretty much unhittable in that inning, folks. Let's hope he doesn't go more than 5 innings tonight. At the end of 3, no score. All right. So, folks, how many people are here right now? Not even 70. Wow. So, yeah, what happens now? Is this going to be a really small turnout tonight? Come back to me, everybody. Come back. The game's back on. Come back. All right, well. All right.
Hey, everybody, we're all going to get laid.
All right. Let's go. Yep, Sugano's still in. And he threw a easy 3rd inning. He has faced the minimum through 3 innings. Bit of pitching duel here so far. Cool. Good idea. Sugar. All right, here we go. Jonathan Indy at the plate, top of the fourth. First pitch from Sugano is in there for a strike. "12 seasons with the Yomiuri Giants, and his ERA was under 2.5. That ball is hit to deep right center field. It's going to bounce into the bleachers for a ground rule double. Leadoff double for India, and that's extra scary because that brings up Bobby Witt Jr. And I got to tell you, folks, the way this game has started and the way things went last night, get the feeling that the team that scores first is really going to be in the pole position to win, even more so than normal. Obviously, the first team to score in any game is typically, going to win more often than lose. But for this matchup, Bobby Witt Jr. has ball one, and the next pitch is low and away. I mean, this is a situation, I just wish there was at least one out. If there was at least one out, I would just pitch around Bobby Witt, no problem. But even with nobody out, without Salvador Perez in this lineup, you really only got to get past Squantino. There's a called strike, 2-1 to Witt. But at the same time, Witt's 0 for his last, 5? Which for him is a slump. But at the same time, you also have to think he's due. 2-1 the count. I don't know what to do with this guy. That's what makes him so tough. Here's the pitch. He checks, swings it back to Sugano. He looks back to second, keeps the runner there. Sugano very heads up. Tomo with showing that baseball IQ. Look how quickly he looks back to second before casually throwing to first. Bobby Witt Jr. retired on a comebacker. One out. And how big is that? Because, yeah, the runner's still at second base. Witt couldn't even move him up. Here's Pasquantino, and he takes a first pitch strike. Now, again, with the way Tomo's going, I don't want to tell him what to do, but first base is open. This is a lefty power bat. That pitch is low, 1-1. Do what you feel, Tomo. Do what you feel. You got Michael Garcia on deck, who, with his speed, I guess tough to double up. Maybe you do got to go after Vinny. The pitch, up and in, and he fouls it back. 2 strikes on Pasquantino. Sugano says, nah, I ain't pitching around nobody. Did I mention I'm a 3-time MVP back in Japan? Let me cook, says Sugano. The 1-2. Swing and a miss! And cook he does!
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Look at that from Sugano. Leadoff double. You got Bobby Witt and Pasquantino back to back. Both retired, and that runner's still at second base. Here's Garcia, and he takes low and away for ball one. Folks. But Sugano doesn't strike a lot of guys out. His metrics don't really line up. There's not enough spin rate on his breaking balls. And, Here's a line drive, right side, and foul down in the corner by Garcia. You know, folks, sometimes there's guys out there that just know how to pitch, right? They know which pitch to throw, where in the zone to throw it, when to change it up, when to change speeds, when to double up on a pitch. It's called pitching. Stuff that, you know, a computer can't spit out and explain. Here's a foul ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Garcia. But he's 35 years old. Yeah, I know. 6 years younger than Morton. One and two on Garcia. And that ball is served in a center field. What an unfortunate result here. As Jonathan India will come in to score on an RBI hit by Garcia. He absolutely just laid the bat head out there, one-handed it almost, on this breaking ball. I mean, it's hard to fault Sugano on this. That is old school hitting right there. That's dead ball hit. It is 1-0 Kansas City, and now a fast runner at first, and Sugano immediately checks him back to the base. Garcia. Yep, that one just got served out there. First pitch to Massey, and Garcia was off, I think, because Rutschman was popping up out of his stance. Yeah, Garcia took off on that pitch. He will retreat to first. It's an 0-1 count on Massey. 2 down. The Royals with a 1-0 lead. Garcia dancing there at first base. He stays this time, and a foul ball by Massey makes it 0-2. Sugano's on 40 pitches. The pitch count's fine. Oh, 2 to Massey. And that one's in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. George had to reload. So you're the reason that happened, George? That hit? Oh, George, what have you done? One and two on Massey, 2 down, runner at first. Sugano from the belt. Here comes the pitch. Up and in, and Massey took a hack at it anyway. Fouls it away. Whew. All right. One more strike to get out of the inning here. Let's get it. Here comes the pitch. That one's hit on the ground hard, but right to Mateo at second. He will throw out Massey to end the inning. But the Royals get on the board. A leadoff double by Jonathan India. And a 2-out little nub job by Michael Garcia, an RBI, to bring India in to score. And the Royals have the initial lead, I guess I want to say. As we go to the bottom of the fourth, it's 1-0 Kansas City. Yeah, this ain't an early lead, especially with that rain delay. Oh, hey. I'm going to bring up the special 200th streak game call for next week, a week from tonight, out in L.A. In a little bit. Trying to get 100+ people back into the chat. Might wait an inning or two. But what I can do right now, like I did last night, is hook some people up out there. 5 lucky subscribers are now members.
Nice binoculars. Nice binoculars. Nice binoculars. Nice binoculars. Nice binoculars.
There. 5. AB Normal, Michael Till, RC and Basketball, Coconut Gun, Ronnie Martin. Welcome in. Enjoy. Enjoy the perks. Oh, I got perks, folks. Not since Fire Festival have so many perks been on offer this good than here on the BirdWatcher Channel. Let's see. I'm going to refresh this. Hold on a sec. Show me that. Okay, there it is. All right, folks. We're only 4 back in the loss column from first place. Okay, folks? 4 back in the loss column. To a team, by the way, that we currently have a tiebreaker advantage over. So really, yeah. We just got to start picking up some W's. Gunnar Henderson's at the plate, folks. We need some runs.
His name's Gunner, and he's dating my mom.
And we need Bubic to throw something kind of somewhere around more than just 1 inch inside the zone. I mean, everything with this guy has been on the border. He's not giving us a fat pitch. 3-0 now, though, to Gunner, and there's a called strike. All right, let's see if Bubic will finally throw a hittable pitch in a hitter's count to a dangerous bat. Here it comes, and that ball is a good pitch. Low and in. Gunner can only foul it off lightly to the right. The count has gone full. There's somebody with a floppy crab hat sitting in the crowd. Floppy crab hat. That sounds like... Never mind. Oh, boy. Gunner pops it straight up behind home plate and out of play. Still a 3-2 count here, leading off the bottom of the 4th. Yeah, a floppy crab hat, KPK. You don't want to know... Oh, by the way, there's a bunch of gnats buzzing around Bubic. So he's got some bugs to deal with. That pitch is fouled away. Folks, everybody's got their little, issues with whatever. I'm telling you right now, if I were a player on the field trying to pitch and I had a swarm of gnats and whatever all up in my face, I would not be able to concentrate. Here comes the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Damn. Bubic went another inch or two above the zone. He felt like Gunner would chase, and he was right. Just, it's the choice of pitch. It's the location of pitch. Everything right now for Bubic is working. I honestly can't say the Orioles are just going up there with no plan. Ryan Mountcastle has a plan. First pitch swinging deep to center field, but it's the deepest part of the yard. Just to the left of dead center. About 395 feet away. He flies out to Kyle Isbell. That pitch was left up. He went after it, just missed it. And if he would have been able to just pull it or even wait on it a little bit, go the other way, might have been able to get out of here. Here's Ryan O'Hearn, and he takes inside for ball one.
Lights on. Let's turn and burn.
2 down, bases empty. We're in the bottom of the fourth. O'Hearn flew out his first time up. That pitch is high. 2-0. Well, he's just got to, I'll say this. It's probably the best left-handed performance I've seen since Crochet like a month ago. So far. That pitch is off the plate. And the count is 3-0. I mean, this is the second batter he's fallen behind on. It hasn't even mattered. Pitch. In there for a strike. That's the fattest pitch of the night. And O'Hearn was taking all the way. 3-1. Let's see if we can get a pitch to hit here. That's okay, but O'Hearn takes it. And the count goes full. Two down, full count. The pitch. Fouled away. A slider from Bubic. He is on 55 pitches. We gotta, if nothing else, just extend these at-bats and get him out of the game. I got a feeling we're better off getting into their bullpen. Payoff pitch. Fouled back again. Okay, Ryan. Good work. Keep doing that. Keep doing that. Right now, an 8-pitch, 9-pitch at bat might be more valuable than just getting a hit. I know that sounds crazy, but O'Hearn fouls this one away. Let's go. O'Hearn knows what to do. He knows what I'm talking about. By the way, I did tweet at Ryan O'Hearn the home run call from yesterday. It's a fresh tweet. I don't think there's been a response. Payoff pitch. And he fists this one, a number to third, and there's no play. Ryan O'Hearn, you are my hero. A swinging bunt. And the third baseman is way offline with the shift on. O'Hearn breaks his bat on this swing. Fantastic at bat from Ryan O'Hearn. And that'll get Bubic's pitch count into the 60s, assuming Laureano doesn't make a first pitch out, and he doesn't, as he takes a called strike. So the next pitch from Bubic will be 60. That's 15 per inning. That's a little better. O'Hearn at first base, 2 down. The 0-1 Laureano is hit on the ground, and Bobby Witt Jr. has it at short. He'll go the short way to second for the force, and the inning is over. But if nothing else, again, Ryan O'Hearn doing something very productive, not only getting a hit, but extending the at-bat and getting Bubic's pitch count up a little bit to hopefully cut an inning off of his total tonight, because I really don't think we're going to do much against this guy. I got a feeling we're better off getting into their bullpen here. And we're down a run. That means we got work to do. We got work to do, folks. What happened? What happened to the thing? Why is it bouncing around? I don't know. We'll go over here then. Maybe it'll fix itself. Whoops. Wrong button. Sorry. That's the button I'm looking for. No, that's the wrong button too. That button. Thank you. Okay. All that and it didn't fix. So of the 3 hits off of Bubic, 2 of them have been from the left-handed hitters, Gunnar and O'Hearn, and they were both infield hits. Hit to the left side of a shifted infield. So again, that just underlines how Bubic is pitching. Like the hits aren't even really like, you know, like we got a couple of hits, but if the defense is playing straight away, it's an easy out. They're infield hits. They weren't hit, you know, all that hard. We got to get Bubic out of this game here. This is the inner harbor. All right, here we go. Hunter Renfroe at the plate takes a called strike. Top of the 5th. Sugano. His pitch count is very healthy. 43 pitches to get to the first 4 innings. That's less than 11 per inning. 0-1 pitch off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. And with that rain delay, it's even more important because you would think if a guy like Sugano would go 95 pitches, here's a ground ball to Gunnar. He drops the initial glove handle, but picks it up barehanded on the run and gets the out. Gunnar, I understand you managed to recover on this play, but this is happening way too much. Why isn't he grabbing that ball with the glove? How many times has he had it pop out like that? Close the glove on the ball, dude. 1 away. Oh, no. Biggio gets into one, and that ball's gone. You could tell right off the bat that ball was hit on a frozen rope on top of the groundskeeper shed, grounds crew shed, whatever. It bounces into the stands for a home run. 2-0 Kansas City. That ball was up, and Biggio was ready for it. 2-0 Royals. Freddie Fermin takes low and away, ball 1. That one's lined and caught by Mateo at second base. 2 down. You get the feeling there's a lot of humidity in the air after all that rain. Sugano with a layer of sweat. He typically doesn't sweat that much. There's a called strike to Kyle Isbell. Oh, the scoreboard. I guess I need to fix it again. 0-1 pitch is over the plate but low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Okay, there you go. The 1-1 is Bell. That's hit hard but foul left side. 1-2, 2 down, bases empty. The Royals have scored for the second straight inning, a solo home run off the bat of Cavan Biggio. Son of Craig Biggio, right? Son of Craig. The 1-2. There's a curveball fouled off to the right. Boy, Charm City chat has gone stone quiet. Stone quiet. Swing and a miss. That is a strikeout, and the inning is over.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Booty smacker! Ladies and gentlemen, folks.
Baltimore, you are seeing history being made today.
I mean, it's been a minute. Where the hell have you been for the first, what are we looking at? 31 games. Booty smacker? Ladies and gentlemen, Booty smacker. A season 1 legend here in the Charm City chat. Gives tips on smacking that booty. Good to have you back, Booty. Don't you dare stay away that long again. I don't care how much booty you got lined up. You know what I was worried about, Booty? You know, since that last season ended, I got worried that you got caught up in one of those Diddy parties. I was like, oh no. Well, if Diddy's done, Booty might be caught up. But you're fine. You're here. And you've been here a few times. How dare you sit there and ghost me, Booty smacker? We all like to smack that booty.
Hey, everybody, we're all going to get laid.
I think that's something everybody has in common. I don't care if you're a man, woman, something else. I don't care what you're into. If it's got a booty, it's worth smacking, right? I mean, have we finally hit on something we can all universally adore? Booty smacker, folks. He's back. What? Derek, what are you talking about? How have I ghosted you? When's the last time you said something directly to me that I didn't respond to? I'm hurt by that comment. That is not the way I operate. No way. I hope you're kidding. Heston Kjerstad is at the plate, and he takes low for ball 1. I don't say hi in the intro. Derek, you gotta know. I'm running down a list of names. I'm trying to, once I get to like 20 of them, did I say that name already? Did I not? And I'm sorry, man. But, wow. To say that, okay, man, but again, look, I apologize, but at the same time, you're kind of hurting my feelings, implying that I'm doing it on purpose and that I would only talk to you if you sent money to me. That is so not me as a person. What's going on here in the splash zone? I don't know, but Heston Kjerstad fouls a pitch back. It's 2-2. Two-two pitch. Hit in the air to left. Long run for India. He's backing up still, and onto the track he makes the catch around the 363 sign. First out in the bottom of the 5th. You know, I don't even want to do that stream thing next week now. That's I don't know. I don't know how to handle any of this. This pitch is outside to Emmanuel Rivera for ball one. 1 out, nobody on in the bottom of the fifth. Called a strike, and that was a tough pitch. That looked off the plate. Things are tough already. 1-1 the count on Rivera. And he lifts one. This is a little bloop in the center field for a base hit. Very similar to the RBI single from Garcia a couple of innings ago. 1 out single for Rivera. Jorge Mateo fouls a pitch back. It's 0-1. This one is hit to third. Short hop bounce. They go to second for 1. No chance to double up Mateo. Fielder's choice, 2 down. Said Mullins. He fouls the first pitch back. Mullins is 0 for 2. His average now down to 262. Hit on the ground, second base, Massey. His momentum taking him toward first. Tosses it there in time to win the inning. The Orioles leave 1. We go to the 6th, 2-0 Kansas City. And I'll be back in a minute. Jonathan India leading off the top of the sixth. First pitch is a strike, and the next one is off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sugano still on the mound. That's a second strike. 1-2 on India. The 1-2 from Sugano is high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Low and away, full count. Payoff pitch. Fouled back. This pitch is lifted, foul behind the plate, still 3-2. Bubic is getting high fives in the dugout, which would indicate that he's done after 5 innings. As I was saying earlier, he typically doesn't pitch too deep into games, and with the rain delay, that only made his start even shorter. So he goes the 5 innings to qualify for a win. There's a reliever getting loose for the Royals that'll come out to pitch the bottom half of the inning. Payoff pitch to India is off the plate for ball 4. It's a leadoff walk. The Royals scored a run in the top of the 4th on a RBI single by Michael Garcia and a solo home run by Cavan Biggio in the 5th to make it 2-0. Bobby Witt Jr. at the plate takes a strike on the outside corner. Low and away, 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitch is fouled back. Bobby Witt 0 for 2 tonight, 0 for 6 in the series. This pitch is high, and the count even up at 2-2. Runner at first, nobody out. In the top of the 6th, Royals lead it 2-0. This pitch is golfed into center field. Mullins is right there. He makes the catch. First out in the 6th. Sugano on 68 pitches. Vinny Pasquantino is the next batter. 0 for 2 tonight. His average down to 176. Takes a curveball for a called strike. Next pitch is hit in the air to center, or left center. Long run in for Laureano, and he makes the catch for the second out. India still at first base. So despite the rain delay, it looks like Sugano is going to make it through 6 innings. Quality start. If he can get the final out here. Even if he gives up 1 run, he's in shape for a quality start. That's a pitch on the bottom of the zone called a strike on Garcia. He is 2 for 2 tonight. Next pitch is outside. That pitch is low. 2-1 the count. That pitch is outside, and that is ball 4. Garcia walks. First and second with 2 down. And Michael Massey will come up next. Hey, JJ, it's okay. No problem. I got something else on my mind right now. I'm not worried about that at all. We got a mound meeting here. Drew French talking to Sugano. I'll be right back. We're in the top of the 6th. The Royals lead at 2-0. They have runners at first and second. 2 outs. And Michael Massey, 0 for 2 tonight at the plate. Sugano's first pitch is fouled back. The 0-1 pitch swung on and fouled behind the plate. 0-2. Two strikes and 2 outs. The pitch low. This ball's hit to left field. Laureano looks like he's got it. He does. And the inning is over. Sugano has done his job. With a rain delay in the middle of his start, he goes 6 innings, giving up 2 runs on 4 hits, and is likely done for the night. It's a quality start. We got to give him some run support. We go to the bottom of the 6th, 2-0 Kansas City. New pitcher coming on for the Royals. All right, look. I'm honestly as bothered as I've ever been while doing this. And I know, I don't even, how do I navigate this? I don't want to call you out by name, but I guess the whole issue is having not called out your name. But, I'm talking to you right now. If you can hear me, you're still listening. I would never intentionally avoid or ignore anybody in my chat. And I would especially not do it for the purpose of coaxing them into sending me money in order for me to then be able to talk to them. I don't think the person who said that really thinks that. I don't know. Maybe it was kind of a joke. I don't know. But it's gotten me feeling like garbage, honestly. I feel gross right now after having an accusation like that sent through my chat. Okay? So I'm going to call the rest of this game. And, like most things, time will make things normalize eventually. But for now, I'm just, that hurt. That hurt me a lot. Lynch, the fourth is on, left-hander, and he takes a called strike. Adley Rutschman is at the plate. One and one the count. Daniel Lynch the fourth has made 13 appearances. He's got a 1.26 ERA and a 3-0 record. Another left-hander for us to deal with, and Rutschman fouls this pitch away. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Hey, good time guy, to quote Ryan O'Hearn, suck my fucking balls. Bye. How's that for drama? Enjoy the drama of getting the fuck off my channel. Hey, good time guy. What would you like? Robots in your life? Do you want robots providing you all your entertainment? Because you've got that option now. Welcome to the 21st century. Why don't you go fiddle with Chat GPT for the rest of the night? Here's a grounder back to the pitcher. Lynch will flip it to first, and Rutschman is retired. Okay, Dale, I will attempt to calm down. I don't know how you feel when you're personally attacked. I don't know. Maybe I'm strange. I'm not a fan. Here is Gunnar Henderson. And he lifts one foul. 0-1. 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the 6th. This ball's hit on the ground and through on the right side. A base hit under the diving glove of second base. Gunnar is on with his second hit of the night. We have a base runner for the first time in a while. That deserves a little bit of something. Well, believe me, Dale, I got caught off guard too, okay? And Derek, I saw your reply, and it's all good, okay? You know, I needed to know that, you know, he didn't truly believe that. Because, yeah. I don't know if you noticed, folks, but the world is filling up with a whole lot of hustlers. That's how people are getting by these days, with a hustle. I'm trying to somehow get through life not being a hustler, just making an honest living. So that's why we're done with that. 1 out, runner at first base, 0-2 on Ryan Mountcastle. We're moving on. We are moving on. This pitch is low, 1 ball and 2 strikes. That's all good, Derek. Thanks, man. Again, I would never do that to you, buddy. I wouldn't do that to you or anybody else. There's no reason for me to just single out people to not say hello to. Swing and a miss, and Mountcastle's down on strikes, 2 away. All right, folks. All is back to normal, okay? I guess that one guy who said, there he is getting emotional again. He must be the guy from last year that I got upset because, a public figure was shot at. It's just not something I feel is a good sign for things. Okay. I reacted to that getting the news during a ball game, and apparently having any sort of response makes me a like a cuck beta to some people out there. I got to have that Joe Rogan attitude, right? I got to be that macho alpha male guy. Doesn't show any emotions. That's how you land the babes. Right, guys? Ryan O'Hearn with a foul ball off to the right. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down, runner at first base. I think it's best to leave names out of it. I mean, the point is, anybody. Nobody should be getting shot at. Nobody. This pitch is low, 2-2. I think it's best to get back into the ball game now. Yeah. I'm a human being first, and everything else is secondary, folks. Even baseball, okay? This ball's hit on the ground to second, and that's going to end the inning. O'Hearn grounds out, and that is a scoreless inning of work from Lynch. Hopefully he's only a one-inning guy. Do they have a righty in the pen we could face, please? We're going to the 7th inning. The Royals lead this one 2-0. How do I get this back to that happy place? Thank you, Edward. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Dale. Thanks. Thanks for the support, guys. Yeah, and to that other guy, yeah, that's what I do. I call 162 games a year, which is about, I don't know, 500 something hours. I spend 500 something hours, probably another 100 hours prepping for things. So about 600 hours I spend for that once a year moment where I can show some emotions about something that, kind of hit me in a way, one way or another, I just don't understand people like that. And I'm happy to have that person no longer in my chat. Oh, yeah, don't forget about the hair and makeup. My goodness, all the time spent. A mani-pedi every day. I don't know why I get the pedicure. You can't see my feet, but I do. I do it for you guys. All right. So it's Schreiber coming out next. All right. I'll come back on the screen. All right. Your boy just wasn't in the mood to be seen. We got through all that. Drama Queen here, everybody. Hey, how you doing? Being the drama queen that I am, I don't want to forget my, accessories. There. Hey, you might have seen me in the new Snow White live action. Yeah. Who's the most dramatic of them all? Mirror, mirror on the wall. Why, it's you, BW. And all the wannabe alpha males out there watching get uncomfortable when they see another man show emotion. Hey, Brian Baker comes into the game and gets a first pitch pop-up for out number 1. Welcome into the ball game, Brian Baker. All right. That was easy. Hunter Renfroe retired on 1 pitch. Here is... Who are you? Who the heck are you? Caban Biggio. Hit a home run his last time up. 1-0 pitch is a strike. The count is even at 1-1. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the dorkiest of them all? Why, it's you, you 48-year-old schmuck. Wearing a Burger King crown on a floundering YouTube channel. Calling baseball games from Thailand, you moron. Here's a fly ball to left, caught by Laureano. And there are 2 away. All right, I'm starting to feel normal again. Heart's starting to be normal. Yeah, get this, folks. I also have anxiety issues. Oh, my God. Did I admit that? Did I put that out there? Oh, no. I'm a terrible human being. Here is a called strike to Freddie Fermin. 2 down, nobody on. We're in the top of the 7th inning. Called strike 2. And that pitch on the inside part of the plate, Rutschman had to reach in there to grab it. We still got the call. 0-2 on Fermin. And there's a called strike 3. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, Brian Baker.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Brian Baker was electric in that inning. He was electric. Absolutely fantastic. Baker looked really good in that inning. He's getting better. He's already exceeded expectations. This guy wasn't even a lock to make the roster. This guy is killing it. All right, folks, check it out. We got a couple of things to do. First of all, it's time to change the hat. Dramatic, isn't it? I love a dramatic moment on the channel. The hat. Secondly, folks, we have what we call here in Baltimore a tradition. 7th inning stretch. It's time to throw some cakes on the griddle. Get them cakes up in the chat, folks. Come on now.
Thank God I'm a country boy. Thank God I'm a country boy. Thank God I'm a country boy. Thank God I'm a country boy.
I don't see enough cakes. Folks, you want to come back or what? This team is hungry. Hey, you know who's never short on cakes? Jim Palmer. That's right. The OG cakes. Let's go.
That's right. We can't have anyone freak out there, okay? We've got to keep our composure. We've come too far. There's too much to lose. We've got to keep our composure.
Hey, folks, despite the rain delay, the numbers tonight are looking pretty good. We've got over 100 likes. If you haven't hit the like button yet, please do. We're always trying to push for more. 120, 125. Ramon Laureano is at the plate. First pitch is a ball, and the next one is low for ball 2. A 2-0 count. Lynch, the lefty, still out there, facing the right-handed bat of Laureano.
Ramon just threw a rock at me.
Starting to feel normal again. Pitch. That is high. 3-0. Up and away, ball 4, take your base.
I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
Okay. That's right, Chilo. Good call. That lefty is out there. We got a right-handed bat on the bench. Fellow by the name of Kobe Mayo. But we're about to get him pitching change, it would appear to. Looks like the coach is going to come out to delay things. Kobe Mayo has been announced. Kobe Mayo has been announced, folks. Where's the button? It's been a while.
Just get it all on there. Just spread it out.
Okay. Pinch hitting for Heston Kjerstad. I guess he'll just hit, and then we'll stick Carlson into the outfield. Otherwise, how does this work? You can't move O'Hearn to the outfield. He's DHing. So it's going to be a pinch hit and night over for Kobe Mayo. Here we go. First pitch, and he takes a called strike on a changeup from Lynch. Kobe frickin' Mayo is at the plate, folks. How dramatic. You want to talk about drama? Just imagine. Popped up, straight up into the air. Mayo got under the ball and pops it up to second base for out number 1. Well, we gave him a shot. He took a big swing, but got under it. And that'll bring up Emmanuel Rivera. He's 1 for 2. Orioles with 5 hits. The Royals just 4. Swing and a miss by Rivera. So we're out hitting the team, but we're down 2 and we haven't scored yet. Very frustrating. Don't need me to tell you. Oh, this one is going to hang up there, isn't it? A sliding catch by Isbell in center field. Rivera hit the ball right on the nose, right back up the middle, but you could tell that ball was just going to hang up there long enough. And Isbell coming in to make a sliding catch for the second out here in the bottom of the 7th. Who's up? Mateo? Mateo at the plate. He is 0 for 2, and he lifts one into left center field, and that'll be the final out. Oh, pretty much straightaway center field. That ball tailing back toward Isbell. And the inning is over. Offense is not here yet tonight. We're leaving it late if we're going to do it. On to the 8th inning. It is 2-0 Kansas City. What I love about that guy's comment, and I'm not talking about talking about the guy I kicked out. I can't help it, folks. It's fresh on my mind. It's just like that guy clearly was regularly listening in and enjoying, I guess, my streams because he's never commented all season. So it's just odd. It's just odd to me. I don't know. Never mind. I'm trying. I broke my own promise. All right. I promise. I'm done. Yeah, let's talk about the hitting coaches. That's better. All right. Deflection. That's what I need. Hey. Tomorrow, the final game of this series, folks. Final game of the homestand as well. What do we got? It's Kyle Gibson against Michael Lorenzen, and we'll start the stream here at 1:20 p.m. Eastern. Worst case scenario, we'll still be in line for a series win with Gibson pitching. But I'm going to start over. I'm happy about the fact that Lorenzen is pitching tomorrow. They had Cole Reagan scheduled before the series started for Sunday. Another lefty and a good one. So for whatever reason, he's not pitching tomorrow. We get a right-hander instead. So I'm sure if you've been watching the team and know how we've been doing against lefties, you should feel happy about that too. Avoiding Cole Reagan's. All right. Sir Anthony Dominguez is on for his 12th appearance of the season, and first pitch is swung on and fouled off to the right by the number 9 batter Kyle Isbell, who is 0 for 2. That ball's swung on and drilled to right field, and Dominguez has got the home run ball disease back. Sir Anthony Dominguez gives up a bomb to the number 9 batter, Isbell's second home run of the season, to straightaway right field. 3-0 Kansas City. I tell you this, folks. Look, before we all get too mopey, I already got my reasons. I haven't even mentioned what happened to me in real life. I'm sorry, IRL for the kids. Out here where I live since the last stream. Had a bit of a confrontation that was unfortunate. Kind of a neighborhood incident. So that was already weighing on my mind. Then the chat stuff, and now the team can't score. But you know what? You know, when I looked at the, this was if we're going to lose one game of this series, the lefty Bubic to me was going to be the one. We still got 6 outs to play with. Here's a diving attempt by Laureano, in right field now. What a effort by Laureano. Absolutely sacrificing himself on that wet warning track out there. Nearly coming up with a catch. He went in knees first. But he's okay. It's a 1-2 count on India. And this is a comebacker over the glove of Dominguez. Barehanded by Gunnar. And a throw to first is on the money. Nice play, Gunnar. Get you some right there.
Besides that, it's on the reflexes.
Okay. That's about as good of a play you can make on that one. Here's a ball hit to short. Gunner's on this. Over to first. And the inning is not over. There's 2 out. I was hoping that was the inning. Damn that home run ball. Dominguez just 7 pitches. He's faced 3 batters. He's gotten 2 outs, but he's given up that home run. And that was Bobby Witt Jr., by the way, wasn't it? Because Pasquantino's up now. Bobby Witt Jr. is now 0 for 8 in the series. Unbelievable. Pasquantino looks at ball 1. Next pitch is low and in, 2-0. A little bit inside. 3-0 on Pasquantino. On the outside corner for a strike at 97 from Dominguez. 3-1. Excuse me. And the voice is starting to give out as well. Oh my goodness. It's time to buy some lozenges in bulk again like last year. That pitch is on the edge for strike 2. Full count now. Payoff pitch. That one's drilled. And Dominguez, again, has got the home run disease. I called it. He just knew when he gave up a home run like he did to the number 9 light-hitting Kyle Isbell that the bad Sir Anthony was on the mound tonight. Second home run, Pasquantino destroys it, 422 feet, 112 off the bat. Absolutely destroyed that baseball. It is 4-0, 2 down in the top of the 8th. Michael Garcia takes inside. And you know what stinks is I was going to say it. I held my breath, but Pasquantino, really the only dangerous lefty batter Dominguez has to face. Maybe you want to be careful with him. But obviously, saying it now sounds like Monday morning quarterbacking. Michael Garcia with a 2-0 count now. That one's sprayed to right. It's going to drop in there for a hit. Laureano will field it. And Garcia's got his 3rd hit of the night. Dominguez doesn't have it tonight. And the chances of us making a comeback are slipping away quickly. I mean, it already felt like 2 runs was insurmountable with the way we've looked, but you would hope a bloop and a blast or an ineffective guy out of their pen, and we got a shot at this thing. But now that it's 4-0, that's going to be it for Dominguez. Didn't have it tonight. Certainly his worst appearance of the season. Hopefully he will bounce back next time. I'll tell you this, though. Brian Baker just officially ratcheted up in the depth chart. I think it goes from Cano to Baker to Dominguez. I don't think there's any question at this point now. And Baker might be coming for Cano. I mean, Baker looked really good tonight. Yep. I feel everybody's frustration. I do. But I'm going to look at this the same way with the Yankees series, all right, folks? Let's turn back the clock a whole 3 days or whatever. Game 1, what do? We grit out a win. Game 2, what happens? We get destroyed. Not much worse than this scoreline, but with having a 0 for our offense, it makes it feel pretty much as bad as getting beat 13-3 or whatever that score was, 15-2, whatever it was. And then we came back and won Game 3, and you look back and then you go, yeah, I'll take that trade. Now I get it. Kyle Gibson starting tomorrow. Maybe not a whole lot of confidence out there that we can win this game tomorrow. But look, I also felt like Dean Kramer. And Dean came into yesterday's game with an ERA over 7. And what did he do? Right? And I do think that if we didn't experience the disaster that is Charlie Morton, I think we would be a little more inclined to just say Gibson just had a bad first start, wasn't quite sharp or ready. Just got, hit super hard, super early, and, it killed his day. But it'll be better out next time. I mean, that's really how we should be looking at it. Cionel Perez is on in relief of Dominguez. His 12th appearance, his ERA is not pretty, 9.69. And these are the sorts of situations Hyde has been using him in games that aren't too close. Michael Massey fouls a pitch back. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. He is 0 for 3 tonight. His average has fallen below 200 now at 196. I don't know the number, Rod, but we've definitely been shut out at least twice already. There's a line drive base hit in the right. Massey has his first hit of the night. Garcia, lots of speed, but that ball hit hard enough to where he could only stop at second base, even with 2 down, taking off immediately. First and second for the Royals. And Perez comes into the game, and what does he do? He gives up a hit to a left-handed batter. That is not a good sign. Now it is a righty up there. And the first pitch is a called strike to Hunter Renfroe, 0 for 3. He has not hit anybody this year, 159. I mean, if Perez can't get this dude out. The 0-1 pitch from Dominguez is up and away to 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, that rain delay hurt. Right now my stomach is going, hey, BW, like normally we'd be going to get breakfast right about now. What happened? Well, rain delay. This ball smoked to third base. Mayo. Okay, so Mayo's in the game. So what? Rivera's out of the game? Mayo stayed in the ball game. Okay. So Dylan Carlson is in Emmanuel Rivera's spot. And Kobe Mayo is in Heston Kjerstad's spot in the lineup, with Carlson going into the outfield for Kjerstad, Mayo taking over at third for Rivera, Mayo making that play on the infield. I just assumed Rivera, with the track record of being a pretty good defensive third baseman, Mayo not so much, that they would just pinch hit Mayo and then bring in Carlson. But, hey, Mayo got a chance to make a play, and he did. Good for him. Bottom of the 8th coming up. And if we want to think about coming back, we have to at least got to get 1 run here. We got to scratch something. We need something. Who's coming up? Where is it? Oh, top of the order. Okay. That's as good of a part of the lineup as any to get a rally going. Folks, thanks for tuning in tonight. Been another weird one. Oh, gosh. It is like, I guess it is dramatic. A lot of things happen here. Yeah, B Ravens, like I was saying in the Discord, it's just a matter, I think, of, one left-handed bat too many, but they could have worked around that. They could have sat Kjerstad and started Carlson, and then you put Holiday in over Mateo. I'd take that trade any day. As you can see, Kjerstad already out of the ball game with Carlson replacing him for defensive purposes, and Kjerstad had an 0 for 2. But yeah, if you put Holiday in there as well, that's 5 left-handed bats. That's 5 left-handed bats against a lefty guy that, like Bubic. Yeah, I wanted Holiday in there, but I also understand why Hyde only wanted 4 lefty bats. He just picked the wrong combination, in my opinion. I think Kjerstad should have sat. Carlson starts. Holiday starts. Mateo sits. There's some defensive changes here as Lucas Urseg is on to pitch now. Drew Waters is out in left field replacing Jonathan India. Urseg's 1-1 pitch to Mullins is in the dirt. It's 2-1.
Well said, now you know what to do.
All right. I don't disagree, B Ravens. Again, we've talked about this at length. He's best utilized as a bench weapon. Popped up by Mullins behind the plate. It is a foul pop out to the catcher. That is not a promising beginning to the inning. Mullins retired. We finally get the... I mean, where are we here? We finally get to face a right-hander, but it's Urseg, who's really, really good. His ERA, by the way, is 0.71. This is the guy that I wanted us to go get at the trade deadline last year to take over as the closer and kick Kimbrel out of there. We got Dominguez instead. And Urseg's 0-1 pitch to Rutschman is at the bottom of the zone. Kansas City went out and made the trade, though. So Urseg was available. The A's gave him away at the deadline to the Royals instead of us. What is this delay? The umpire is communicating to a dugout. Whatever it is, it's over. The 1-1 pitch is bouncing in there. 2-1. Adley is 0 for 2. I believe he's got a walk as well. Walked back in the first inning. This one's fouled behind the plate. 2-2 on Rutschman. 1 out. Nobody on. Bottom of the 8th. The Orioles have not scored. They got a really nice start for Tomoyuki Sugano. 6 innings, 2 runs. Just 4 hits. But even 1 run, we're still losing. We need to score. Here is a fastball upstairs. Full count on Rutschman. Swing and a miss. Rutschman goes down. Baltimore started the season well, but choked. Or, I'm sorry, chalked. You know, it's such a ridiculous observation that the fact that you're right, chalked, really sums it up. When you say start the season, are you talking about opening day? Are you talking about 1 game? I don't think we've started the season well. And I don't know how you choke in April, but okay. Or chalk, whatever it might be. The 0-1 pitch to Gunnar swung on a missed 0-2. Yeah, you remember last year in the World Series, 5th inning for the Yankees, they chalked. 0-2 pitch on the ground, and past Pasquantino, it got a piece of his glove, but Gunner's got his 3rd hit of the night. Unfortunately, there's 2 down, and we need several hits in a row. Come on. Ryan Mountcastle is due up next. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Mountcastle is 0 for 3. The average barely above the Mendoza line. 202. DC area code, folks. I used to live in the 202. That pitch is low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Michael says 2 walks and a slam. The eternal optimist, and I like it. Okay, well, can you fix your take about how we started the season well? What, by going 1-0? How did we start the season well? How do you choke if you win the first game of the season? And then there's still 130 to play, but we've choked. I still don't understand the observation. It doesn't really make sense. 2-2 the count on Mountcastle. No offense. Of course. I just have trouble understanding. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down, runner at first. Pitch. Laid off for ball 3. We got a full count, folks. There's a bugle. The runner at first will be off with the pitch. We need something. Fouled back. That was 100 miles an hour. Still 3-2 with 2 down. The Orioles trying to get something. Got out through the first 7 2/3 innings. Pitch. Called strike 3. On the outside corner at the knees. Low and away pitch to Mountie. Instead of not being able to make contact, this time he takes it. And he is out looking on strikes. On to the 9th inning, folks. 4-0 Kansas City. Marriage. Marriage is what brings us together today. That love, true love, will follow you forever. Do you have the wing? Bacon factor? What are you talking about? You guys are crazy.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. No, 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 no. It's bacon!
All right, folks. There were a lot of gnats flying around the pitchers tonight. Maybe we can call on a more deadly pest to come help us win this ball game.
Oh, no, not the bees! Not the bees! Ah! Oh, my eyes! Eyes! Ah!
That was Bobby Witt Jr. being attacked by bees. What's the best right-handed bat available? Make a trade for a right-handed bat? Wait a minute. Westy and Arias both play third base, and you want to trade for a right-handed bat when we got Kobe Mayo? We've been waiting for a chance to give him away to play regularly, and you want to go make a trade? Wouldn't that be the perfect time to say, all right, Kobe, let's go? I don't know. Here is Mark Canha pinch hitting for Cavan Biggio, right-handed bat with Perez, the lefty, still on the mound for the Orioles. He takes a called strike. We're in the 9th. Been a bit of a dud of a ball game, but hey, maybe we'll come up with some late magic. There's a swing and a miss, 0-2. That one's off the plate. 1-2 on Mark Canha. Check swing, and Canha does not go. The count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. There's a breaking ball, maybe a slider, fouled back. 2-2. Still the count. 4-0 Royals. I'm sick of saying this score. I'm sick of saying nothing for the Orioles. We need something. 2-2 pitch. There's a breaking ball on the outside, a backdoor pitch for a called strike 3. There you go, CNL.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
All right. Speaking of jump start, I better put this thing out. Freddie Fermin with an 0-1 count. Next pitch is low, 1-1. Looks like a righty Schreiber getting loose. For the Royals, he was up earlier. Whoa. Perez let that one get away. 2-1 the count on Freddie Fermin. Bases empty, 1 out, top of the 9th. Well, look, folks, again, I'm trying to look at the silver lining here, okay? There's 2 facts, all right? I'll give you a third fact just to balance it out so you know it's not all, roses and candy or whatever. But fact number 1, we're not going to lose any ground tonight on the teams I'm worried about. The Blue Jays, the Red Sox, the Yankees, they all lost. Now, I know it sucks that they all lost, and here was a golden opportunity to gain ground on all of them. But, again, it's very early in the season. I think the number one thing we want to do is just make sure we don't fall behind any farther than we have. All right? So, there's that. Secondly, again, tomorrow, a chance to take the series, which is ultimately what you want to do. And I will balance it all out by saying, thirdly, I get it. Kyle Gibson's pitching. What are our chances realistically? I don't know. I don't know what to expect. I can't even put a percentage on it, but some significant percentage says it could be another disaster, and another significant percentage says he will settle into the guy that you kind of are used to. He'll get to that 6th inning. He'll give up a couple of runs, maybe 3. And, if the offense is doing their job, he'll keep you in the ball game. It could go either way. I don't know. I hope it's the latter. Kyle Isbell at the plate. A 1-0 pitch is fouled away. 1-1. Isbell with a home run his last time up off of Dominguez. That was the backbreaker for me tonight. Sir Anthony then gave up another long ball a couple of batters later. This ball's hit on the ground. The gunner, he goes to second for 1, over to first, not in time, and the ball will get away. That's going to be an error to allow Isbell to move up to second base. Isbell gets down the line pretty quickly. So it was always going to be a tough relay, but Mateo bouncing one in there to Mountcastle, and Mountie couldn't pick it. Error on Mateo, I would assume. So there is your contribution from Mateo over Holiday tonight. 0 for 3 with an error. Yeah, I'm sure Holiday wouldn't be able to match that. Here's a called strike to Jonathan India. I don't care if an octopus is throwing 8 balls to the plate at once to Jackson Holiday. I'd rather have him in the lineup over Mateo. Okay? Brandon, hello? Perez makes a nice fielding play here. And Drew Waters will ground out to the pitcher to end the inning. Couple of runners get on, but they're stranded. That's the 5th error for Mateo, and the guy plays like twice a week. I mean, come on, people. What are we doing? What are we? I mean, I was ready. I mean, look. I do think that his one good attribute is worth his involvement as long as he's not killing us in other areas. But yeah, if this dude is making errors every other game he's in and also doing absolutely nothing at the plate, then yeah, I think, you know, I'd rather have a guy like a Levon Soto sitting there as that last guy on the bench, middle infielder, whatever, or something. It's just anything. I mean, it's just, yeah, I'm ready. I'm. What is our record when Mateo starts? I think somebody put it out there. It's very much like a Charlie Morton kind of a situation when Mateo starts, our record versus when he doesn't. At some point, you got to just look at that and go, oh, well, that must mean something. That there must be a correlation here. Meanwhile, you got Jackson Holiday. This guy, you know, you expect him to become a player that is worthy of a number 1 overall pick, right? Well, then why are you trying to platoon him when he's trying to, you know, carve his way into the league? He needs to see lefties. Hopefully he'll be able to hit them. But you're not going to help him become a good hitter against lefties or improve if you're not going to let him see them. Right? And again, Mateo coming in the game late to pinch a run for somebody can absolutely be a difference maker. A lot of games will come down to a run late, and he could give you that run. But otherwise, why start him? Why? His bat can't get any colder than it's already been, and his fielding. Those things can get cold on you. Hitting, you can get cold. Fielding, you can get cold. Gunnar went through a cold stretch last year. We all remember. But the one thing that doesn't go cold is your ability to run, right? So just keep Mateo on the bench. He doesn't need reps. He just needs to run when we need him to run. Otherwise, cut the guy. What are we doing with him? Here's a ground ball from Ryan O'Hearn to second base. A low throw to first is handled by Pasquantino, and that is the first out here in the 9th. There's no trading Mateo. You're gonna get you're not even gonna get a bag of balls. Mateo is a classic DFA and waiver pickup for somebody else situation. Nobody's. You're not getting anything that we could use back in return for Mateo. As part of a package, I guess. I don't think another team still wants to take it on, but oh, Mayo. Sorry. Here's a ground ball by Laureano to short. Witt Jr. fields it, and there are 2 outs in the 9th, folks. This game is very close to ending with nary a whimper from the Orioles in terms of scoring tonight. 6 hits. The Royals are now up to 8. Kobe Mayo will get a second chance at the plate. I guess we got something to watch here. And a swing and a miss. Excuse me. Indigestion or something there. 0-1 on Mayo, who is 0 for 1 since coming on to pinch hit. That is a called strike 2 and a tough pitch from Schreiber. The Orioles are down to their final strike. Mayo. Got anything, buddy? Oh, wow. Strike 3. Welcome back to the bigs, kid. It's not easy up here. Mayo chased the pitch about 2.5 feet outside, and the ball game is over. Final score, the Royals 4, Orioles nothing. 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors. The Orioles 6 hits, 1 error. Bubic the win. Sugano with the tough loss. Both pitchers now have a record of 3-2. And I guess that would be a non-save situation here in the ball game. The Orioles drop one, folks. We have lost. Is that our 20th loss? Where are we at? Okay, that's our 19th loss. It's our 19th loss. All right, so look, I can't. My vision is so bad. We're 13-19, okay, folks? We got wins in the teens. We got losses in the teens. Hey, who remembers being a teenager, right? It's all a blur. Okay? The losses haven't gotten into the 20s yet. Hang in there. We're going to try to take this series tomorrow with Kyle Gibson starting against Michael Lorenzen, a couple of right-handers, veteran pitchers. Gibby, of course, been around a little bit longer. That game's going to start, stream starts at 1:20, is that right? And, yeah, no matter what, I think we'll have a better, more fun time than we did tonight. Tonight was just not, it was one of the least fun calls I've had on the channel, I got to tell you. But, you know, it happens. It's amazing what a win can do. And guess what? We don't even have to wait 24 hours. It'll be an early afternoon game, which means I might be wearing these same clothes. So, because that'll be about midnight for me. So don't judge me, all right? Your boy's wearing a clean shirt. It's still the same day over here. By the way, may the 4th be with you. All right? Thanks to the mods in the Charm City chat for the job that they do. Thanks for everybody else helping the channel out, hitting that like button, subscribing tonight if you have, or unsubscribing tonight, which I can guarantee at least one person has. Hey, you win some, you lose some. But thanks to all for tuning into this very forgettable game. I'm going to see if anybody else is streaming right now. And then I'm going to make my way quietly down to the 7-Eleven to get myself a coffee and a snack or something. I am dying over here. Nobody's live. Everything says upcoming. Upcoming. All right. Seems appropriate, all things considered. Folks. Yeah, put this one behind you. It's Saturday night. Why don't you, go out and get in a little bit of trouble? Just Make sure you take care of yourself enough to recover in time for tomorrow's afternoon affair. I hope to see you then. And until then, this has been the BirdWatcher, and I'll chirp at you later. Good night, everybody.